him on, make a trip over to fucking Milwaukee. Like, hey, yo, honest, man. Like, you want to,
Want to throw hands?
you want to throw, exactly, bro. Like, just how they did fucking
I think a
KD
part of
having
the ratings is it has to do with some of the messaging around the NBA.
Come on, bro.
And I think some people they don't
Most
like that.
most of it.
They don't.
Most of it,
So
bro.
I think that's the ratings thing.
Bro, NFL numbers have been dropping, bro. It's like sports as a whole have been dropping because of all this stuff. And look, like I get it, people are investing in this politically, and but like to me, it's like sports should be like just sacred grounds. Where it's like I don't care if you're fucking like black, white, Asian, Latino, Democrat, Republican. It doesn't fucking matter. We can all sit around and watch a good ass fucking game, basketball or football. But I'm seeing people watch tennis more. I'm seeing cats watch fucking golf more. WWE has higher ratings now. Yeah. What the fuck? It's trash. It's trash.
Bro, I think it's mainly about them not. They feel like with the Black Lives Matter and all that stuff, a lot of people they're kind of turned off because they feel like sports should be separate. But
of course,
I think the players should utilize their platform.
And at the same time, all those other sports like Cole just mentioned are embracing the messaging too.
Not in the same way, dude.
Not in the same way, but it
can't be in the same way because basketball, you can't compare those sports' impact on them.
Okay, when you have literally Black Lives Matter stripped on the basketball court, and then they're wearing this, and then wearing the things on the back of the jerseys, like if you're like a random Asian guy, you just came back from work and you want to chill, you have either two options: Call of Duty or NBA, and then you see all this political messaging shit. It's like, no, like fuck this shit. Like, why even bother waste my time? Because you didn't come here for that stuff. It's like sports should be sacred ground. So yeah, like you can of course have your message put out there. But then, number one, you have folks that are going to talk about that shit. Number two, we forget how at the beginning of the year we had, for a period of time, Chairman Mao Braun was like, "Shit, like what the fuck is this Chinese shit, dude?" It's like, "Yo, you guys need to chill with this Chinese wank right now." Like a lot of folks theorized, I think rightfully so, that when they had the whole walkout with the Bucks, and then they came back like 2 or 3 days later, which was embarrassing. And then we found out that I think it was like a low percentage of these guys don't even have the right to they're not like registered to vote. But a lot of guys theorized, well, it's because China stepped in and said, hey yo, NBA,
yeah,
hey yo, brown man, you jump for us. Like, oh shit, these motherfuckers they stepped in.
I think I mean with I think the Rockets thing that's a different topic. I think Daryl Morey was talking out his ass for the most part.
You fucked the bag up
because it's like you're with the Rockets. They have they have a real connection with China as an organization.
Yeah.
So it's like with that, it's like you're saying something and you really have no plan to change anything. You're just talking, not knowing the position that you're in. So of course the NBA is going to step in and say, wait, let's be a bit more delicate with this situation. And the LeBron comment, even though I think he shouldn't have said it, he was correct. Where it's something that you really can't touch because there's not much you can do with it right now because the NBA is in bed with China. With the Black Lives Matter thing, I think it was really imperative and important for them to kind of push this message, especially after the George Floyd thing, because a lot of people felt like with the NBA coming back, it would serve as a distraction that would take away from all the shit that's been going on. So I think, they're gonna lose viewers, but I think you're trying to get that message across that at some point, we demand justice for some of the shit that's been going on.
We're serious about it.
So I mean, I understand where I want to go to a game. I don't want to see political messaging and stuff like that. But I feel like in some cases, it's like fuck it. You can't separate the two because at the end of the day, you're an athlete, but you're still black.
Yeah, but again, the whole point here is though that the problem is that obviously there's this hypocritical turn. The hypocrisy is drenched in this shit, and I just felt like. If you had, like, let's say Clippers and Lakers, a lot of folks would be like, oh, yeah, shit, like, I actually want to fucking see that. Like, despite what's going on, I want to see that shit because that's dope as shit. And, of course, Kawhi's my favorite player in the league right now. So it's like, I want to definitely see LeBron and Kawhi go at it. And I want to see, like, this, like, them actually going at peak, performance and, that kind of shit. That'd be dope as shit. But I just can't ignore the fact that, like, I got friends, myself, people are just tuning out right now. Like my dad watching about all the damn time, and people just tuning out. So Clippers and Lakers, I think, would have been like the fucking thing to bring. I mean, shit, you had a Game 7 Toronto Boston, and a lot of friends watching NBA were like, "Nah, dude, like I'm not watching this right now. Like I'm not about that life." I'm like, "Oh shit, like niggas just not watching."
How much of that is on Black Lives Matter or the bubble? Because like, if there's a great game going on. I mean, as most of us have actually been watching the games, I don't think the messaging has been that crazy.
I think it has to be the politics still being in the way for a lot of people.
Right, I understand, but again, like, I mean, I watched some of the games too, but all the games.
Cole, what do you think about
the overall, like the numbers themselves just don't lie.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. When I realized that it's really not about solely Black Lives Matter, was the Chiefs and Texans, right?
Yeah.
Which is a big deal, but that
when the people booed because they locked hands, they locked arms.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's like this is supposed to be a spot where everyone can just kind of enjoy themselves.
You don't think? So I just didn't understand why people would boo in the presence of symbolic unity.
Well, it's that same thing. It's Brago. It's that messaging of "shut up and dribble," shut up and play type shit.
Where was the game again? Was it in Houston?
It comes in a lot of parts.
It was in Kansas City.
In Kansas City.
Okay, and isn't Missouri too known for being like one of the worst states when it comes to racism?
Yes.
So like,
I mean, I'm not sure exactly, but I mean, it's happening everywhere.
Historically, it was one of the worst.
Their state flag had at one point the Confederate flag in it. So like, I mean, not to be surprised.
I'm just saying, like, it wasn't about the flag or kneeling, like they said it was, because you're booing and they're just locking arms.
Yeah, no, just the territory, because that's the mentality of those people. So like when you're trying to do something like that and you're doing an enemy territory, technically,
I felt like that was.
I think that's a bit overboard, bro. I think you're going a bit too overboard on that. All day, like they're all like that. It's like, how about just people come there to simply watch a game and not be immersed in the political stuff, especially when a lot of folks can't go out as much as they want to because of what's going on with the COVID shit. It's
but Cole, I think you don't think that's part of the problem, though?
It's just as simple as we just want to watch a game.
But you don't think that's part of the problem, though, Cole?
If you did that in New York or you did that in LA, I highly doubt that was situation would happen to the same way it did in Missouri.
Numbers are down across.
No, but what I'm saying, I think
but I'm just saying the booing. I'm just saying the booing in general and stuff. I don't think that would have happened in New York or LA.
Oh, in no way in New York or LA.
Nah. Right? But listen, Cole.
I mean, I doubt it, but
I'm saying that's part of the problem, though. That's part of the problem, though, where it's like a lot of times it's like, yo, let's just play the game. Let's not do all that stuff. When you cannot, as a black athlete, how can you separate the two?
Well, it's kind of
and that happened, bro. That happened 5 years ago with the Colin Kaepernick, or before then, where people were coming out and say, "Yo, we don't want that in our sports. We want to come and watch a football game." Black Lives Matter shit.
And then what happened was that, like, again, like the result is that people are just going to ultimately tune out. I mean, again, it's like for much of all the emotion and all the intensity that folks have for this stuff, they're not going about it the right way, I'd argue, especially when, again, you have the numbers showcase how you're losing a tremendous amount of money, where you have the hypocrisy of the NBA in more ways than one being showcased, where when it comes to the marriage situations, like we have to, take a knee and we have to make sure, like Black Lives Matter. Okay, fine. But then when it comes to like the China stuff and free Hong Kong and all other shit, it's like, nah, man, like we can't have that. That for China, they have shut up and dribbled. And that turns niggas off. It is what it is. Like we can't have our cake and eat it too in this case. You have to take it in both in all ways. If you're gonna, especially when on top of that you have the whole, okay, well, guess what? Most of these guys can't vote anyway. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
So you're saying LeBron
himself was pissed as all hell when the Bucks did that shit. And then it's like, yo, what do you guys plan? Like, what's the fucking what's the play here? And then you guys wind up starting the games anyway. It's like, I remember when they had the walkout, I forgot his name, but the one guy, First Take, Ball Brother, kind of feminine, I forgot his name.
Kenny, right? He was on
no, not Kenny. No, not Kenny. No, he's a former LeBron teammate. I forgot his name. His name's still mine.
Richard Jefferson.
Yeah. Jefferson was talking about how like this is gonna last for a long period of time. Like there's no way that the black community would be okay with the NBA players, coming back into the league and dribbling or like playing the games again after they walk out.
Said that. Never mind.
Yeah, maybe I forgot who said that exactly.
Didn't say with the gifted.
And then I thought, okay, I thought, yeah, that makes some solid center there. Like the players will definitely probably sustain this like a long period of time, because of course in their minds the message matters far more than the actual game. But no, the game clearly mattered more because they came back 3 days later, dude. Like what the fuck?
I think a part of that, I think a part of them coming back had to do with obviously that the owners were like, okay, if you do this next year, that's cutting into your shit as well.
The CBA has got to get renegotiated.
Stephen A. Smith said that LeBron Stephen A. said that
I don't believe Stephen
LeBron.
A.
I'm okay. Well, hold on now. Though. Listen, you could be right, but he's our only guy, or he's like the main guy who can kind of defer to this shit because he has the information that obviously we want to have.
What was your chance out?
Look. We know that B.D.A. laws is sneaking in out these goddamn, fucking guys. He's like in the locker room. So we got Stephen A. Smith. He's our nigga.
I don't know.
Said,
here's a Stephen A. thing, right? Where he said, Stephen A. said, right?
Cole, he said things and people said it's not coming.
Cole, the thing with Stephen A.
Wait.
Go ahead, Jay.
You're gonna want to hear this. Hold on. So apparently the Clippers have an excuse. So Marcus Spears reported that several Clippers struggled to play stints longer than 3 minutes and asked for a rest in the fourth quarter because they were fatigued.
Fuck.
Coming against a team that had two back-to-back.
Wow. I thought they were low man to the Empire.
I guess all their pussies started hurting.
Look, man. If I said Kawhi has an actual knee condition that's like somewhat degenerative, and then he always has paced himself, hence load management. But Paul George, Montrezl Harrell,
Lou Williams,
fraud. Lemon Pepper Lou, fraud.
Yeah, Lemon Pepper Lou, bro.
The wins were important, huh?
6th man of the year, Montrezl Harrell, a flaw.
To be fair,
Montrezl is playing good, dude.
He did play good, but
I don't know. He got busted for
it's like this is what I'm saying. It's like Kawhi played. I think it was he had 7-8 games in a row where he got 30 fucking points, 35 points plus. I'm like, shit. Like this man is on a during the postseason, I think it was against I forgot the exact number of games, but he had a historic 30 plus games.
I got a question to competition.